network. So so you have the problem of these secret rooms not just being in San Francisco, they're throughout the network, and they're in other parts of the country, and the American public really has no idea what's going on in terms of who has access to their communications, and what's being done with it, and is there somebody sitting there, as David Murphy Falk talked about in the NSA listening post in Georgia, are there people just sitting there listening to people's private conversations and laughing about them?
And the building.
One final thing.
Yes, go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that it isn't just the picking up of these conversations and listening to them and laughing about them. These conversations are transcribed, and then they're recorded, and they're kept forever. There's a big building in Texas that's being built in San Antonio that's going to be used to house a lot of these conversations. NSA is running out of space at Fort Meade, their headquarters, so they had to expand, and they're building this very big building. It's reportedly going to be about the size of the Alamo Dome down there, to store all this huge amount of data communications. And when you think how much information, 2 gigabytes, could be put on a small thumb drive, you can imagine how much information could be stored in a data warehouse the size of almost the size of the Alamo Dome.
We only have a minute, less than a minute.
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
The building in Miami where all communications from Latin America are stored, and then a single switch for communications, much of Africa's communications, and finally, where they can't get cooperation of companies, a specially built submarine designed to sit on the bottom of the ocean floor to tap foreign cables.
A lot of communications are consolidated. A lot of the international communications in South America all pass through one obscure building in Miami. And according to the landing rights that the company had to sign, which I read, they basically have to turn over everything that they get to the NSA if the NSA asks for it. So you have a problem here today. I mean, the overall big problem is that there is a tremendous amount of eavesdropping going on. It's all being stored. It's all being analyzed, either electronically or by a human. And the public really doesn't have much of a knowledge of all this that's going on right now.
Jim Bamford, I want to thank you very much for being with us. Investigative journalist, author of 3 books. His